Hello, this is Lordug. Yes, it is, and welcome to some Minecraft. Yes, I know, and I've created this world by a few seconds, and I've got mushrooms, which yay! So, thing is, right, the reason I've done this and I've created this this world here for me to talk while I just hit a few things, is because there's some changes coming to YouTube now. I don't know how much they will affect me. I honestly don't. But what's basically happening is, now, I don't fully understand. There's a lot of confusion still about it all. But from what I can kind of make out, the product's going to happen is that YouTube, when you put a video up, it's going to hold that video for a day, 2, 3, maybe even 3 days. And it's going to check its content for any clashes, like for any basically copyright infringements, in which case then it'll probably flag them for third party, or in some extreme cases strike them altogether. Now the problem is that this is going to affect everyone, even those in networks and things like that. Now I'll talk about what that means really for networks in a second, but what that basically means for me is that everybody's going to be getting reviewed. That's what I can tell. From what I can tell, every channel is going to be getting reviewed. And what that basically means is that they're going to be looking at the past videos that everybody's done. And if you're looking working out whether you have adequate permission to do them videos, whether it be audio, video, or both. So, for instance, if you've got permission to do a game, but you walk into a bar and that game's playing, and in that game there's a music playing in the bar, and you haven't got permission for that copyright, then that can still get flagged. And that could be across the board. I know some people have had as many as 50, 60 videos flagged. I'm lucky, I haven't yet, but I have no doubt it's coming. So many videos have been hit with third-party copyright already. And I want to bet that some of the bigger channels have been hit. You know, on Twitter I saw a few, like the Rad Brad and things like that, and I think his name's Zach Project, something like that. And there's a few like that that have actually been hit too already. So, oh, okay, I'm taking inventory. Do me. And yeah, so they're kind of a little bit annoyed, of course, because this came out of the blue. It wasn't, you know, it's only really just come now. The kind of the affiliates are taking it. The MCNs, the multi-channel networks, are kind of taking it a little bit blasé, I think. But in reality, I don't need that many. In reality, it isn't good across the board. Everybody's going to suffer for it. Now, I've only just basically celebrated my 1000th video. Well, I can tell you, I don't think I'm going to be keeping 1000 videos much longer, because probably I'll have to remove some stuff too, like most people will. So if you have video, because it's like I must admit, I cannot be sure that I didn't walk into a bar or drive a car or something that had third-party copyright stuff. Copyright stuff on the radio or as a song in a bar. I don't know. I suppose, yeah, I should be really a lot more watchful for that. But again, you don't always notice it when you're playing a Let's Play. You're walking into a bar, you don't always think about the song in the background. So, you know, I don't know how many videos I'm gonna have to delete yet. So I might have just celebrated my 1000th video, but yeah, very soon I might be having to take down 20, 30, maybe more videos. So I don't know. But also what this means is that they are going to be holding, if you're wondering why I'm going, anybody who knows me knows I like mountains. So I'm going to go over here and dig into this mountain just to see where it goes and what's in and that kind of thing. That's what I like to do. And I like to get it done before night time comes. So I've got some coal here, that's really lucky. And we've got some stone, of course, which is perfect, because get some stone tools started before we go and hide away for the night. Okay, sorry, got distracted. Started Let's Playing when I'm trying to talk about this. Okay, so, anyway, let's carry on. The point is though that some of my videos from me now are going to be probably going to take a lot longer to get posted, simply because, as I say, when you do a video, it might be held up for 3 days. Hell, this video might be held up for 3 days before you see it. I don't know. And if it does, then you're not going to see this for 3 more days. But, basically, they're saying that you can schedule them. Just record them, then schedule them to release in a few days, and by then they'll have been checked over by YouTube. But that doesn't really help the commentators, because if you're like me, where I tend to record on the day, edit on the day, render on the day, post on the day, and do it all in the day, it's not going to help me much by having to wait 3 days for everything. It basically means I'm going to have to start to record absolutely loads of pre-recorded stuff, and then just start to post it and start scheduling it all to go up on different days when so it's kind of all done ready. But either way, it's not going to be a good thing, and a lot of people are going to get hit by it, including any of you guys that haven't actually been hit by it yet. You you probably will be in the end, so just so you know. Okay, let's do a pickaxe again. Don't need that one then. And we'll do an axe again. So your channel will, like everybody else, be checked over. Just so you know. I don't think anybody's immune to it. Well, no. Some of these big commentators, of course, will be immune to it. Your PewDiePies, your Toby Games, and all them. They'll be immune to any of this. But most of it's like places like the Rad Brad and that. They're not small channels. They're actually quite big, and they've been they've been hit too. So nobody's really safe, except the really, really biggest channels, I'd say. But otherwise, anybody could get it. So just beware of it. And I don't know if it's going to affect how it's going to affect. It could pass. People might. I know there's a lot of big YouTubers who are actually very angry about it and have been complaining. I don't know if it's going to shake anything. I don't know if it's going to change anything. It could make things so they know better. It doesn't matter. All we can do for now is weather it out and see what comes from it, and go with that. So let's get a bit more. And go with that and just see what happens, and hopefully it'll blow over. And now, don't get me wrong, I want to go on record right now as saying I do understand that that the creators of games and music want to have the rights to their own creation, and I actually I understand, and I do agree with it. I don't I'm not condoning anything. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, that in my mind, when YouTube was created, it knew what it was doing. It knew it was becoming a place where people were going to upload videos, and copyright's been around for a long time. Copyrights didn't only appear when YouTube appeared. Copywriting has been around a long time. So you'd have thought that YouTube would have realised, wait there, we're creating a forum here where people could create copyrighted stuff. So maybe we should start to So maybe we should start to check things right at the start. As soon as a video comes in, we check it. Now, to me, if they'd have started YouTube by doing that to start with, every video that comes in waits a few days, then gets checked over, then goes up, I don't think this would have been a problem. But they didn't. They basically were very lax about it, and it's only recently, that in the last few years, that they've really crushed down on it. And I think that's made it a problem a little bit, because people could have easily more coal, there's a bit there. A lot of they could have stopped all this copyright if they'd have just got to it earlier, instead of laying. There's now thousands of channels that have posted hundreds of thousands of videos, and a lot of them are going to be hit by content, ID problems. And why? Well, simply because YouTube, they were allowed to post that stuff, and only now are they going to get told what you did was wrong. And a lot of people don't understand how copyright works. They don't understand the legal terms of it. And I know you can say ignorance is not an excuse, but it is in a way when a person has no legal training and the only explanation is all very legal in the way it's put forward. You know, it's very rare that people actually explain these things in very layman's terms that everybody can understand. And I think, you know, but they expect like people who are like 15, 16 to understand all this stuff when, well, basically, and honestly, they just don't. You know, and then they'll just basically say, well, you know, ignorance is not an excuse. Well, in some cases it really is. You know, but, you know, because people just don't understand it. But anyway, so I can't really go into it much more right now. I don't really know much more of what's happening. This is just the way it is. You know, they've decided to now start to, you know, take it serious. I don't know if it's, I mean, obviously what's happened is that a lot of these game developers have seen channels that are doing their stuff and they've sued YouTube. You know, because it's no good going for your money to a 16-year-old boy who's got nothing. It's no good saying we're going to sue you for, you know, so many £1,000, I'll say, you know, because I'm from UK. So it's no good saying we're going to sue you for so many £1,000 because that boy's just going to say, I haven't got that money. And they're going to get that happen a lot and a lot and a lot. So what they do instead is they go for YouTube and basically say to YouTube, you've allowed this person to put these videos on YouTube, so we're going to sue you. And then YouTube has to pay it, of course, because, you know, that, like you'll have a young lad that did actually put some Call of Duty stuff up and it got flagged. And so now they're being sued for it. That YouTube are. So YouTube have got basically tired of all this and said, you know, what we're going to do is then we're just going to make all videos wait a few days and we're going to check everything over, and anything that isn't content ID that should be, we're going to get it this time. And that's basically what they're going to do, because then it cuts down on the trouble they're getting. Now, as I say, I can understand that, but a lot of people don't understand it. And as I said, you know, there might be times when somebody's missed a bit of music in a bar and, you know, it's basically content ID'd you, or there's a quick cutscene that they didn't catch, you know, and that content IDs it. So it's going to be quite weird in the next few days. I mean, you look at somebody like the Rad Brad, you know, you'd think somebody like him, who's got a lot of subscribers, would be safe. You know, you'd think whoever he's with would be able to help out, make sure he didn't get hit with these, you know, these copyright claims. But no, you know, he posted on his Twitter a list. It looks like there's quite a lot that he got hit with. So I mean, on his list there's at least a good 5 or 6. You know, and he got hit with that. So, you know, if he's not safe, then, you know, no one is. So all I can say is that's how that works anyway. So I might actually have to slow down and the posting, because I'm going to have to do a hell of a lot of pre-recorded stuff. Now, what does this mean for the actual games I play? Well, for safety's sake, it might mean that I'm going to have to concentrate more on things like Don't Starve, which I know some of you won't mind because you love that Don't Starve. It'll mean that concentrating more on things like Don't Starve. I'd like to, I'll be honest, I don't want to come back to Minecraft. I'm not I just can't get back into Minecraft as much right now. So I'd rather not actually come back to Minecraft unless I have to can really help it. But I love doing videos way too much, and if it's the only way I can do it, then I'll do it. But I don't want to. So we'll have to go from there. I don't know why I created 2. I've got some there. 1 piece of coal will get me 7 charcoal, so it'll do. Yeah, so that's that. It'll be Don't Starve, maybe some Minecraft if need be. I might do Minecraft as a co-op, you know, things like that, where I'm playing it with other people, but I don't think I can play it on my own much anymore. So I don't know from that. And of course, I might bring Path of Exile back, because Path of Exile, I actually have written permission for that, so I know I can use all content with Path of Exile. I know it's an MMO, but it'll give me plenty of content because it'll stay open. It's an open-ended game, so I might actually return to Path of Exile I don't know yet. There's a lot. It's all up in air. I can't promise you anything. I don't know what's going to happen. Everything's up in the air right now with it. I don't know whether all these YouTubers complaining, big YouTubers complaining, are going to change anything. It might do. It might not. If it does, then well, hopefully content carry on as usual. But we'll have to wait and see. And I do try and make sure I don't upload any like masses of copyright material or anything like that. But you never know if you've missed some stuff, etc. So I don't know what to tell you from there. Now, as for partnership, you see, the problem is when it comes to like a partnership, when you look at the things that that a network offers, it basically says things like, we will, you can monetize your videos through us, and we'll make sure everything's good to go, and no problems and everything, and you should be okay. Not that you'll be protected against everything, but it's like some networks will have you scratch my back, I scratch yours agreements with some developers. So like if you're with Machinima, for instance, they might have an understanding with Naughty Dog Games, or let's say Telltale Games, or something like that. So when somebody with say full screen like me might not be able to monetize Walking Dead videos, but yet if you're with Machinima, you might be able to, that kind of thing. Well, basically what this means is I don't think that they can protect. I don't think the networks can protect anybody anymore. They're basically going to say, well, if you get hit, it was always on you to watch out for content. You can still use our, music libraries and all these kind of things, but as for, help with content, you're on your own. You're basically going to get your strikes and your third parties, and that's about it. So it kind of diminishes the worth of a network now. And the problem with that is that a lot of the networks don't respond to the leave partnership button that was supposed to be being created, or that was supposed to be being brought into effect, where if you're really, really not happy with your partner, with your channel you're with, like I'm with Full Screen, then there's a button you can press, and YouTube will try and get you out of your contract with whoever you're with. That was something that came up. But a lot of these channels suddenly don't kind of cover that kind of thing. They don't agree with the leave button, so that might not be happening. And in which case, you're stuck. Basically, it's not good, but you're stuck, and get used to it. Let me just put that there. Okay. But, as I said, let me stand here for a second and let me get like this to you. There you go. So, that's kind of how things are going to go. I mean, right now, I would say that since you're going to get kind of reviewed anyway, and you're thinking of joining a partnership, a channel, I wouldn't do it. Because what's going to happen is, you're going to give them a good chunk of your money, a good percentage of your money. So whatever you make in a month, they will take so many % of it, and they're going to take a good chunk of it, and you're still going to get reviewed. You're not going to get no protection in that way. And there's lots of music free places anyway. So if you have music libraries and that kind of thing, you can find plenty of royalty free musics online. So my advice to you right now would be, if you're not in a partnership, maybe think twice before going in one, or at least maybe look into a contract where there's a get out clause if they are not offering, if they stop offering what they were offering. Because if when Machinima and all them kind of listed to their partners who were going to join them the things that they do, that might have diminished now with what's happening with YouTube. And if that's happening, if that's the case, then there should be a get out button to get away from it. Not make them say, where you can just pay them a lesser amount if they aren't if some of the stuff they offer is not offered anymore, is basically taken away, then you should be able to pay them less, not have things taken away from you, and then but still pay the same amount of money. So yeah, again, it's all very complicated how it works, but the main gist of it, the easiest part to remember is if you upload a video, it's going to get held back for a few days to be reviewed. If it's not got anything wrong with it, it will be posted, and that's fine. If it has, it'll be flagged, probably third-party copyright, in which case, well, of course, there's things you can do there. You can either, get in touch with, if you haven't already got in touch with those that own the copyright on the different things, then you can, to try and work out my feet off. I thought my feet were off the floor there. Then you can get in touch with them, and hopefully, woo. So I'll just give you a kiss. You can get in touch with them, and hopefully, they'll agree to take the claim off. If not, then you can basically, leave it, let them earn the money, or you can delete the video or whatever. There's things you can do, but basically everybody's going to be getting this review. So I might have to delete some of mine. I don't know yet. Many have had to, so I wouldn't be surprised. It don't really bother me, because hopefully I'll get my cable soon, and then if I can get on onto cable, then I'll be a happy camper, because I'll be streaming then on YouTube, on Twitch. Hopefully, I'm hoping to stream on Twitch one day. So if I can get fiber optic. If I can get fiber optic, then I'm going to be. I should then have the speed I need to be able to do streams on there, which will be great, because then I can come away from YouTube and not have to worry about it. But right now, that's not an option, because I haven't got that speed, so I have to stick to doing these videos for now. So if you don't see a video from me for a few days, you know what it is. It's just that I'm waiting for them to be cleared. I will probably do a few, put them up for scheduling, and then all I can do is just wait. Anyway, guys, if you've got any questions, write them in the comment, or send me a message and I'll get back to you, or whatever, or I might do another video answering them if there's enough questions. And I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching. You take really good care. I love you all, I really do. And bye for now.